And in the Impact segment tonight, the magazine Rolling Stone causing some controversy. Their cover boy accused terrorist Johar Tsarnaev looking like a rock star. In fact, some believe the cover mimics a Rolling Stone exposition of the late Jim Morrison, the lead singer of The Doors. Obviously, Rolling Stone put the terrorist on the cover to get attention. Joining us now from Washington, Kate Obershane, Republican strategist, and Kirsten Powers, a Democrat and Fox News analyst. What do you think about that, Kirsten?
Oh, I thought it was terrible. Actually, kind of sick, to be honest. If you go back and look at past covers of Rolling Stone, I mean, who do they have on it? They have, famous people like the president, for example, or movie stars or singers, but people who are very much glamorized. And this was glamorizing a terrorist.
All right, but Rolling Stone is a counterculture paper concentrating on music. Business has not been great for them. They want to get attention. The article they did, Kate, was basically about him and how he arrived at the point where he wanted to kill innocent people. They used the word monster in the article.
Yeah.
So did they do anything wrong?
Well, they also point out that the article, which we haven't seen yet, it hits the stands on Friday.
No, I saw it.
Okay,
I have it.
Oh, I don't have your access.
Yeah, I saw. I'm sorry. I thought you had seen it. Yeah, the article is basically a tracing of him and his family and how he got into the terrorist circle, how he saw his brother, his mother, his father. It doesn't glorify him, but it does put him in a position of being somewhat sympathetic because he's a quote-unquote dysfunctional family. You know, it all comes back to that.
Rolling Stone itself said that the article is heartbreaking and riveting. And I was really struck by that because I think the truly heartbreaking, riveting stories that would sell Rolling Stone magazines but would also be sympathetic to the people of Boston would be that of little Richard Martin, the 8-year-old who was killed, and his family. His little sister lost a leg, the two brothers who lost a leg.
Well, maybe Rolling Stone thought that that would be part of, because they do mention it, people. But I have to say, I found the story neither heartbreaking nor riveting. It was okay. All right.
Well, Bill, the other point that I think that I look at when I see articles like this is the temptation and the tendency of the mainstream media to have some degree, frankly, of sympathy with terrorists to blame America for our ills.
That's what's in play right now. Menino, the governor of Boston, the mayor of Boston, Menino, he says he's appalled and shocked and offended and all those adjectives. But the governor, all right, of Massachusetts, of the Commonwealth, he says he's not so offended. It could have been better, that kind of thing. So I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, Powers.
I guess. Look, the problem is, it'd be one thing to put a picture of him, I guess, but they chose a picture that was sort of, glamorizing him a bit.
Absolutely. They could have had him in some other way, and there he is, and he looks like one of the Maroon 5 or whatever they're doing. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and I think, if it's just rewarding, a murderer.
I'm sure he loves it.
And glorifying him for something that was terrible. And I just don't. I think it was very bad judgment.
All right, and I understand Rolling Stone readers are tweeting that this is bad. Even their hardcore subscribers don't like it. But again, it gets Rolling Stone attention, which they haven't had in quite some time. Go ahead, Kate.
There's been a massive backlash, actually, on social media. And, this is the free market. People don't have to buy it. But it is striking that just 6 days ago, the guy smirked at the victims and the families of victims in the courtroom, and that Rolling Stone didn't show a little more judgment. But they're actually playing into this rising sex status symbolism that he has, particularly among young girls. It's disgusting what's happening, and they're playing right into it just to sell their magazine and to give sympathy to the terrorists.
All right. Freedom of the press means that you can do stuff like this, but as Kate pointed out, it is in the marketplace. And, but
CBS
the subscribers
boycotted it.
Look, nobody buys Rolling Stone on the stands. I think it's 70,000 copies. It's the subscriber base and the advertising base that they got to worry about. But we are living in an age where we saw it outside the courtroom, Powers, where there were people actually sympathizing. Oh, you didn't. And I got letters. Oh, there's not enough proof. You can't say he's guilty. Come on. I mean, let's go. I don't have time for that. It's nonsense. We all know he did it. We all know he's going to be convicted. He's going to go to life in prison because he'll probably plea it down at the last minute. Last word, Powers?
We agree.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Shocking.
no. Oh.
Yeah, no.
This means you can't go out for the weekend in D.C. You can't.
He's accused, you know, so what? I mean, if he's just accused, then why put him on the cover? I mean, really, that's just a silly argument. And there is something very twisted that anybody would treat this guy as a hero, including Rolling Stone.
Do you think Deval Patrick, the governor, would come on a program and talk about this with me?
I highly doubt it. I would advise him against it.
He's not offended. The governor's not offended. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He'd be offended by me, I'll tell you that. All right, ladies, thanks very much. Directly ahead, some very liberal unions are now objecting to Obamacare. We'll put that fact to Bob Eckel.